What does it take? What does it take? What does it take? What does it take? That's what we're about to talk about. What does it take to be really successful, guys? What does it take? So as you guys are coming in, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. I'm here in the beautiful city of Phoenix, Arizona, where God vacations. So wherever you are down below, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. And I want to talk about that. I was sitting in my office and I'm in the middle of doing some work, but I was just thinking about this idea. And so I wanted to come in here and talk to you guys and just have a conversation with you about what it takes to be really successful, what it takes. I'm just sitting here and I'm in a space of gratitude. I just found out that my daughter is getting ready to have my first grandchild, first granddaughter. So I'm super excited. And I've just been sitting here reflecting, like thinking about her life and her accomplishments and thinking about where I came from. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Will. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a 50-time author, 35-time best-selling author. I am the founder of Genius Speakers Academy, and I get to do a whole lot of cool stuff. And so looking from the outside, a lot of people would consider me successful. I've been named one of the top 30 motivational speakers in the world. I've been named one of the top 100 CEOs here in Arizona where I live. So I've had a high degree, high level of success. But when we really talk about it, what does it really take? Like, I know a lot of people talk about a lot of things, but I just was sitting here and thinking about coming from where I came from, Compton, California, raised by a single mother. How did I get to this point? How did I get to this point? So I really started thinking about it. And I came up with 3 ideas that I want to share with you. I just want to share 3 ideas. Now, once again, these ideas are going to be topical. It's going to give you a wide picture of what it takes to be success, because there's some subcategories under them and we don't have enough time to go to all the subcategories. But I'm just going to give you a topical view of what I believe it takes to really be successful. And I'm not talking about, success for a moment, success for a second. I'm talking about longevity. If you want to build a business, you want to build a career, you want to build an outstanding life, I'm talking about you're in this for the long haul. You're not in it for a sprint. You're in it for a marathon. Then these 3 ideas are going to really help you. So once again, let me know what city, what state, what country you're chiming in from. I just always love to know where my online family is coming in from. So when we talk about this idea of success, when we talk about success in and of itself, we know that success is personal. It's really personal. Success for me is going to be different than what success is for you, because I don't like what you like and you may not like what I like. So you have to kind of define, right? You have to define what success is for you. Now, once you define what success is for you, the 3 things I'm going to share with you is going to help you and be the bridge or be the roadmap to help you create that. Right? So what's going on, Sabrina, up in Los Angeles? What's going on, the great King up in Phoenix? Good to see you, man. So once you, and this is not one of the 3 ideas, this is just bonus right here. But once you figure out what success is for you, this is what gets so many people in trouble. This is why so many people are frustrated. This is why so many people are disappointed in life, because they haven't figured out what success is for them. They're reading magazines, they're looking on Instagram, they're looking at TikTok, they're looking at Facebook, and they're looking at what everybody else is defining as success, and they're measuring themselves from that. They're saying, well, I don't have that many cars, or my house is not that big, so maybe I'm not successful. That's a straight way to waste your life. That's a good way to always be depressed, measuring yourself off of what someone else has. Let me give you guys an example. Me personally, I'm not a big car guy, all right? There's cars that I like, but I'm not a car fanatic. So I don't get moved when I come on Facebook or when I come on Instagram and I see my friends, my colleagues, and they just bought a Lamborghini, or they just bought a Testarossa, or they just bought the latest this or that. I'm excited for them. I can cheer them on. I can pat them on the back. I'm happy because if that's a part of what success means for them, getting this car, getting this house, if that's what they've identified as a successful life for them, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. See, it's not a one size fits all. It's not a one size fits all in life. This is, and this is especially for those of us that live in America. This is what we fail for. We fail for the American dream. And so whoever said this is what the American dream is, that's what you've been trying to pursue. Oh, it's the house on the hills with the picket fence, the 2 kids, the dogs, and these types of cars. So everybody's been running for that idea of success. Oh, I'm not successful until I get this, right? So you have to identify what success is for you. You have to identify what success is for you and be committed to that idea. Be committed to that idea. Now, there's going to be some changing of your mind because you may have not gotten exposed to everything that's available to you. Let me give you another example. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to move to St. Martin and live on the beautiful island of St. Martin. But here's the thing about that. Growing up, if I would have written out my life, what my best life looked like, I wouldn't have included St. Martin because I didn't even know St. Martin existed. I didn't find out about St. Martin until I joined the military and I had a buddy who was from St. Martin and he told me about St. Martin. So as you get exposed to different things and as you start to experience different things, what success means to you may change, and that's okay based upon what you've been exposed to. That's okay based upon what you've been exposed to. And so it's not a prison. Whatever idea you come up with today, it's not a prison. You're not locked into that. You can change it at any time. But I want your idea of success to be your idea of success. So like I told you, like I'm not a car guy. There's particular cars I like, and there's particular cars I go and buy, but I'm not necessarily a car guy. So that's not success for me, right? That's not success for me, a particular car, right? That's not success for me. So I want you first to get your idea of what success means for you. For my daughter to become a woman and to get married and now to start her own family, that's a major success move for me. To now see my kids begin to start their family, to me, that's successful. That's successful, right? So when I look at that, I look at my daughter getting married and having her first baby. That's the same to me as if someone went out and bought a Bentley truck. For me, that's success, right? So let's get into these 3 ideas. So once you got the idea of what success looks like for you, these 3 things are going to be the bridge to help you. Number 1 is attitude. Attitude. If you're going to create success and you're going to create personal success, it really does start with your attitude. And another word for attitude is mindset. Mindset. It really all goes together. Your attitude and your mindset. Number 1, you got to have the attitude that, you know what? I deserve to live my best life. Whatever that looks like for you, you deserve that. That's the attitude that you have to have. I know for me, early on in my life, I made a lot of mistakes. I used to sell drugs. I used to be in a gang. I went to jail several times. Those episodes in my life at a time presented and created a prison for me. I would have never thought a kid like me could end up being invited to go talk at the White House. I would have never thought a kid like me growing up in Compton, California would ever have the opportunity to sit next to prime ministers and teach governments and teach cities and go to 50 plus countries. I would have never thought that was possible. So I had to have an attitude and a mindset shift for me to think that this was possible. It wasn't at this time, once you get older, there was no one else stopping me. There was nobody else holding me back. The only person that was holding me back was me and my thoughts and my attitude. But when I started changing my thinking and changing my attitude and changing how I saw myself, I didn't lock myself into my mistakes. Let me say that again, because a lot of times we lock ourselves into our mistakes. And we think because we made a mistake or we did something that we shouldn't have done, we think that we're stuck there. So there was a time where I thought that I was stuck at always being a drug dealer, always being an ex-gangbanger. I thought I was stuck there. I thought that was my lot in life. So I had to have an attitude adjustment. My mindset had to shift. And if you're going to build your best life, that's what has to happen for you. You have to see yourself. And this is what I actually did. I started to see myself in a different light. I started to see myself as successful. I started to see myself being an accomplished person. And I would change the conversation that I was having with myself. Because faith comes by hearing. And so whatever that future you want, you have to start speaking that future. You have to start speaking that future for yourself. And so I started speaking that future for myself. I started calling myself a CEO of a successful company. I named my company Will Moreland International because I saw myself traveling. I said, I'm going to travel all around the world. And so I put international into my company because I started to see it. I had an attitude and a mindset shift. The second thing is you got to start taking massive action toward your goals. Every single day, you have to take massive action toward your goals. Now, when I say massive action, it could be a small step, but it's massive, right? Meaning that you made the choice today, that you made the decision today, that I'm going to do one thing that's going to get me closer to my desired goal. When I'm working with my clients, we call it MSID, M-S-I-D, making small improvements daily. Every single day, you want to be doing something that's going to get you closer to that picture, to that vision in your mind. You got to start taking action. I've had the opportunity to work with some of the most accomplished people in the world. And when I began to see what the game changer was and what the difference was of those who had massive results and those who didn't, it was the action that they took. See, here's the deal. You and I, we all get the same amount of time as everyone else, as Oprah Winfrey, as Tyler Perry, as Tom Cruise, as anybody you want to put up there as accomplishing anything big, Elon Musk, whoever it may be. We all get the same 24 hours a day. We all get the same 168 hours a week. We all get the same 8,760 hours a year. The thing is what you're doing with that time. I have a quote that I always say, we are all equal in time. We're all equal in time. We are separated by how we invest that time. We're separated by how we invest that time. But we're all equal in time. It doesn't matter Black, white, Latino, Asian, doesn't matter. We all have a 24-hour clock. Doesn't matter tall, short, big, small, doesn't matter. Everybody gets. It doesn't matter if you have $1 million in the bank or if you have $1 in the bank. You can't buy more time. Everybody gets 24 hours a day. But what actions are you taking inside of that time? What actions are you taking inside of that time? And people who are highly successful, they take the right actions. They take the right actions. And then number three is assessment. Majorly successful people take assessment of their life. They take assessment of their actions. They take assessment of how they're thinking. They take assessment of what is working, what is not working. And successful people, crazy, ridiculous, successful people, they're always doing an assessment and they're always making changes and they're always pivoting. See, we like to think success is this straight line. Success is not this straight line. Success is this, right? You're always going to be making changes. You're always going to be modifying. You're always going to be, redoing things and reshaping things till you get to that desired place. It's not a straight line. And so if you're going to be wildly successful, you have to look at what you're doing. You have to say quarter by quarter. This is how I personally live my life. I live my life in quarters. Every year you get 4 quarters. A quarter is 90 days. So every 90 days, if there's something I want to accomplish. I'll give you a prime example. So my goal is to write 150 books. I'm at 50 plus books right now. So my action for that is every quarter, every 90 days, I write a book. Every 90 days, I write a book. At the end of the year, I have 4 books. In 25 years, I'll have 100 books plus the 50 I've already written. That's 150 books, right? So every quarter, I know I'm successful in that quarter if I said what I was going to do at the beginning of the quarter. So I know at the beginning of the quarter, I have a book project. I need to finish that book project. So every action, every day, I'm taking action to finish the book. I'm taking action to write the book. And so every quarter I'm assessing. I have a monetary goal that I want to reach every quarter. That monetary goal every quarter goes into my yearly goal. And so my yearly goal is one number, but it's broken down in 4 quarters. So I know if I'm on track or not. I look at this 90-day period of time and say, boom, I'm on track. If I'm not on track, I need to make an assessment. Why am I not on track? I look at my actions. I look at what I've been doing. Have I been doing what I need to do to get my results? If I haven't been doing what I need to do, then I know going into the next 90 days, I need to get dialed in because I now need to make up for the money I didn't make up in the last quarter. So I have to get dialed in. So I have to make an assessment. I'm always making an assessment. One of the major areas you need to assess is the people that you're hanging out with. Because here's the thing about people. People are either helping you or they're hindering you. That's it. They're either helping you get to be who you want to be. They're either helping you get to where you want to get to, or they're hindering who you want to be, and they're hindering you getting to where you want to get. That's it. So every year or so, the people that you majorly hang out with, you need to do an assessment. See, they may have been good 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years to hang out with based upon who you were and where you wanted to go. But now you want to go to this next level. Are these the same people that can help you get to the next level? Doesn't mean that they're bad people. Just means they may not have the capabilities to help you and assist you get to the next point in life. Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean they're evil people or anything like that. I'm not saying you got to totally discard them, but you need to make an assessment of, oh, I'm investing a lot of time with them. Are the conversations we're having getting me to the next level? Are the conversations we're having, are they filling me? Are they exciting me at the level I am right now? You know, you have some people in your life that the only thing they want to talk about is when you guys were in high school. They want to take you back 20 years, 10 years, 30 years, 40 years. How is that? How is talking about what we did in high school helping me start this business? How is what we did in high school helping me get this promotion on my job? See, I need to know if I'm going for a promotion in my job right now, I need to have people in my life that are going to help me get that promotion. So maybe I'm studying for a particular test that I need to pass so I can get a promotion. Are the people in my life, are they helping me or are they hindering me? When I should be studying, are they trying to convince me to go to the club? Are they trying to convince me to hang out? I remember when I made this pivot in my life, when I said, you know what? I'm not going to go to the club anymore. I'm not going to hang out anymore. I had to discard all of my friends because they still wanted to go to the club. They still wanted to go hang out. I didn't try to change them. I didn't try to get them to say, hey, don't go to the club no more. Come study with me. I did the change. I made the action step to change. I made the assessment. I said, you know what? I'm hanging out with them. Thursday night, we're in the club. Friday night, we're in the club. Saturday, we're in the club. Sunday, we're in the club. That wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to be. And so while they were still in the club, I was in school. And then what happened? 2 years passed. They're still in the club. I got a degree. Another 2 years passed. They're still in the club. Guess what? I got another degree. Going back to time, it was all the same amount of time. They spent all their time in the club. I invested all of my time studying. So you got to do an assessment. They were good last year, 2 years ago for you, but are they good for you today based upon where you want to be tomorrow? So I didn't mean to go this long, but these are 3 areas that you need to really consider if you want to have massive success in your life. So remember, the bonus was figure out what success looks like for you. Success is not the same for everybody, right? You don't have to have the same size house as everybody else. You may want a condo. Success for you may be a condo. It may be an apartment, right? But you need to figure out what success is for you. And then once you figure out success for you, then make the attitude, right? Make the attitude adjustments necessary for that to happen, right? If you want to be a CEO, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a business owner, what's the attitude of a CEO? What's the attitude of a successful entrepreneur? Do you have that attitude? So maybe in this season, you need to start reading books that are going to help you develop the attitude of a CEO, the vision of a CEO. So your attitude. Then you want to look at, okay, what actions do I need to take every single day? M said, make small improvements daily. What are the small improvements I need to make daily? What do I need to do every single day? I got my calendar here, right? It lets me know what I need to be doing every single day so I can be on track. And then third, what assessments do I need to make about myself, about the people that I'm hanging around, about my actions? What assessments do I need to make? You do these 3 things, right? This is the bridge to get you from wherever you are right now. You do these 3 things, you'll be well on your way to creating massive success for yourself. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Will. I hope that helped you out. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you guys later.